Dog. You can use a dog for clickbait.
Yeah. Alright.
So this is beef, correct?
Yep, ground beef.
Ground beef. Hey, what do you call a cow with two legs?
2 legs?
Cow with 2 legs.
I already know, so I'll let
Yeah.
Dang, what's the answer to this? The one with no legs is easy, but I forgot the 2 legs one.
2 legs is lean beef.
Lean
Oh,
beef.
yeah.
Yeah, no legs is ground beef. What a sadistic joke.
Alright. So the first thing is you're going to put this all over the meat.
What is this precisely?
This-
Which one should I use?
Type of
This is like dish soap. This,
traditional spices are we
I
using
put
here?
dish soap for my human.
this is roasted garlic and herb. So it could
Roasted
be
garlic and herb.
any
Ooh.
seasoning, but this is the one that I usually put
Seasoned salt.
on the when I'm mixing the meat together.
Mm-hmm.
And then we just use salt and pepper on the outside of the meat.
Put a little too much.
So
And all these things are readily available from.
yeah.
Yeah. Look. Well. Yeah. All right, and this is what's that oil again?
That's olive oil.
Olive oil.
But it could be
of
any
course.
cooking oil, but I use olive oil.
I'm not Italian, but yeah, it sounds
You don't
good.
wanna use, like,
Sounds
canola
delicious. And is that pink Himalayan salt?
Maybe.
Only
It's
the,
whatever my wife buys.
only
Yep.
the finest. There you go.
Yep. Lime pink.
All right, nice.
But it's whatever the wife gets.
Pepper jack cheese.
Yeah.
So you're making cheeseburgers today?
Oh, every time.
Every time. There you go, my man.
Herbs, like you said.
That's what we're gonna start with.
Big hunk of meat.
Here, I'll do one half, and then you can do the other half.
Okay, yeah. See, I figured that since it's a giant hunk of ground beef, you want a lot, but I wasn't sure how much is a lot.
Yeah. So, because once that's all mixed together, you won't. It looks like a lot at first, but it's not.
Yeah.
Like you really can't do too much.
In Afrikaans, we have a saying when we want them to like put more of something on something. We
Yeah,
just say,
that's
"Don't be shy."
Don't be shy.
Yeah, he's going to be.
Don't be shy.
Don't be shy.
All right, we don't do that yet. So now we're gonna make patties here. I'll do this half. You can do that half. So the key here when you make patties is you don't want to compress the meat too much. You don't want to like have to handle it too much. So we're gonna like pull it apart and kind of make the seasoning kind of be on the inside of the burger. And then you just want to do just enough forming to make a patty. But you don't want to like overwork it.
So they won't cook through, I'm guessing?
Yeah, it won't cook through as well. It'll be too dense. Either it won't cook or you'll have to cook it so long it'll dry out. One of those two, and we don't want that. So we try to reduce the amount of handling in order to keep it as juicy as possible.
Like clay in the potter's hands.
Something like that.
This might be a little thick, but sure.
I usually do thicker burgers.
Yeah.
So,
Unlike every single fast food place.
yeah. So the fast food places, they bank on that Maillard effect I was telling you about. Like that's what they're going for. Like just a kind of a crisp texture on the outside. It's they're not really going for a juicy burger because that costs too much money.
Bunch of scam artists.
Not scam, just
Well.
smart.
Oh, I see.
They can make a tasty burger without it, tasting a certain way. But I happen personally to prefer a bigger burger.
Quality.
Doesn't Five Guys have kind of big burgers? I
they're-
haven't been there in a while.
They're better than say like McDonald's or Burger King.
McDonald's doesn't have any good food. Oh great, I just said that on the internet.
Well, don't worry. I'll edit out everything you say that I don't agree with. So,
Thank you so much.
yeah.
And what is your opinion of McDonald's?
Huh?
What is your opinion of McDonald's?
So, alright, to be honest, my family, like, never really went out to eat at restaurants.
That's perfectly fine.
Yeah, I think maybe part of it was culture. We were just used to making food at home. Maybe part of it was poverty. But sometimes we did go out to eat, and then we went out to eat at McDonald's. So McDonald's was sort of like our going out to a nice restaurant to eat. At least in my child's mind,
for
that's
sure.
sort of like what it was, special occasion. I don't know really
There's nothing
know.
wrong
Like,
with that. That's how I was too.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
There's a big boy right here.
That's right. We have some big, some small.
but yeah, but it is mass produced, fast paced, cheap food. So you
But
get
hey,
what you
McDonald's
pay for.
feeds a lot of people who wouldn't be able to eat very much otherwise. So, as bad as one might perceive them, they do good as well.
That being said,
Sounds like the type of food you would want to feed a bunch of people.
Hey, something is better than nothing.
for the amount of money that I could spend at McDonald's, I can get a loaf of bread, a bottle of peanut butter, and a bottle of jam.
But not everyone wants to eat peanut butter and jelly every day.
Well, right, you know.
That's where you change up the type of
I'm
jam.
not too knowledgeable on prices. When people say like, "Oh, you can get this give it bigger for such a cheap price," and I'm like, I don't really know.
Well, one day when you buy your own groceries, you'll become
Yeah.
more acquainted with the price of living.
Well, yeah, but I think I went to Wendy's and they were really good for
It's
this.
not enough. You're gonna need a little more.
Okay. Okay.
So you can wash your hands. Like this small baby burger. My wife prefers thinner. So we'll do a few of them that are more smushed.
Thank God I could help with that part.
Yeah. She appreciates it.
So, how many years have you been making burgers?
I don't know.
My whole life.
10 years, something like that.
Hmm.
I hadn't grilled for most of my life. Like, I was in college, and then I was living with another friend of mine, and he was getting ready for a party, and he just needed help, and he was doing stuff inside and stuff outside. He's like, "Hey, Jacob, can you help grill?" And I didn't want to tell him that I didn't know how, so I was just like, "I guess I'll try not to ruin it."
Yeah.
So
And ever since then, the rest is history.
yeah.
I mean, like, did you have like an apartment house or?
Yeah, he owned a house.
Okay, that was like,
And he was a bachelor. This olive oil, and you're gonna sprinkle it across all of these.
this is gonna come up pretty fast, isn't it?
Not crazy fast, but a little bit. Yep. Yep, just like that. Just like that. Make sure you get a little bit on all of them, and then I'm gonna do the messy part and pick them all up and smear it around.
I remember when
Um,
you had me do that. It was quite an interesting experience.
Alright, so the next thing we're going to do once I get these all kind of spread out is you're going to do the salt and pepper. Smush that one too.
Alright, so yeah. Oh, okay. What's in this? Oh, we've known Himalayan pink salt crystal.
Yeah, it's a mountain.
You should get like a pepper grinder. It's pretty nice to have like freshly grown pepper. It's just like a little container you can do.
I'm one of those unsophisticated people that doesn't notice the difference. I'm just like, it's pepper.
Well, it's basically just like the difference between stale chips and regular chips, honestly.
You just described my whole existence, Jacob.
Alright, so let's do salt first. Doesn't really matter. And you're going to put a lot. You just pop the tab.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
And so you're going to grind it as it comes out. But you're going to do a lot. Not a little bit. A lot of salt on every burger. And we're going to do it on both sides.
Don't be shy.
Don't be shy.
Yeah, because this is would have known. I just said, hey, you should get like a pepper grinder, and then like, oh, I have the salt grinder instead.
So kind of make it more evenly distributed on on the burger, but yes.
Equal distribution
Yeah,
of salt.
that's good. But just be more distributed as you do it.
I need to get me one of these. Oh, that's good.
Because you have to think that like maybe half of the salt's gonna fall off
Yeah.
when we throw it on the grill. So
Also depends how much salt's in the spices that you use too. Like how I said earlier with seasoned salt.
So the olive oil helps a little bit with keeping the salt and pepper on. It helps a little tiny bit with taste, but it also helps with keeping the burgers from burning.
That makes sense.
So it's kind of a multi-purpose thing.
It's like a coating almost.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
The salt, sodium chloride.
Yep.
Nice.
Well, this isn't.
But salts in general, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, forgot you. Wait, did I?
It's
There
okay.
we go.
You can't do too much. Now let's do pepper, and then I'll flip them, and then you'll do it again on the other side.
Alright. Where are you from? Stoneville, huh?
This sounds like a labor intensive.
So the pepper's going to come out a lot faster than
Yeah, I can
salt.
guess.
So you can kind of just shake it.
Oh, careful.
Nope, that's not enough. Nope. Don't be shy. Alright, there you go. Something like that on every burger we're going to do on both sides. Nope.
I must be. I don't know. I'm. Whenever there's too much salt on something, I really notice it. So.
Don't
Well, did you
overthink
notice
it.
it the last few times you were here?
I was only here once.
That.
I didn't really taste so much salt at all, honestly.
That's what I'm saying, is a lot of it's going to fall off. So don't worry. Like, it's almost impossible
But
to...
when I have control over it, that's when I get worried.
I'll tell you if it's
Exactly.
too much.
Just listen to the voice of the master.
Yeah, the grill master. Where's your special?
It's in there. We'll get it out in a bit. But yeah. So while you're doing those, I'll flip these.
I need to travel the. I need to
So
travel.
it's just this row now.
I need to travel the area and learn all the grilling techniques from all the masters. Because I have my scout troop. We have some grill masters there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you wrote a book about it, but you sell some copies too.
There's actually a guy who considers himself like the burger scholar of America.
Well,
I was about to make like a Batman joke, like learning grilling from all
Alright.
the masters of the world.
Salt and pepper this side, and then we should be good to take them.
well, did you know South Africa has a national barbecue day?
That is amazing. Actually, that's
Yeah.
similar to I actually learned Australia actually has like a national noodle day, if I remember right.
Oh, yes?
It's like I don't know why. It's like I think it's like a culture thing, but Australians, I don't think this right, but Australians like for a lot of holidays, they basically take a day off. It's like like all the lots of workers just like choose to just like say, oh, I'm sick on Christmas, or well, not on Christmas, like I'm sick on a noodle day, and they just have a day off, even though they're not sick. But and they just like use that to go like all the festivals and all that.
What a bunch of dishonest noodle eaters.
But it's just a normal thing, and the employees know that too. And the employers know that too. So
Yeah. Is that kind of like Japanese men taking off work when a new video game comes out?
I don't know if that exists, but
That's what I heard.
like I feel like gamers all over the
Don't
world
be
do
shy.
that.
Don't be
And
shy.
you must go through a lot of salt and pepper in this way.
Well, either
Are you certain there's enough in that one?
There you go.
I think you meant salt, but
I meant pepper.
And he was just
Okay.
teasing me.
Because you see there's all that area there that doesn't have any.
that's true. That's why I try to basically like like paint it like.
Alright.
Oh man, this is like the moment we all been waiting for.
Well, we're in the cheese out here.
Alright, let's see, how do I do this?
So this has been heating up for how long?
I don't know, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. But that doesn't matter. So we're going to turn this off. Wash off food. I'll get my hands dirty again so you don't have to. But we're going to start placing it in the back corner.
Makes it look so easy.
Well, the ground beef is still somewhat cold, so I think it's holding up together pretty well. I mean, like you want it cold so it holds together, but you don't want it too cold where it like freezes your hands from managing it.
We're definitely going to have leftovers tonight.
Looks like it's up to you, Willie.
So you have us four, and then you have your wife and then your dog. So.
Alright.
So what's the core temperature you're going for here?
Really hot.
Really hot?
Usually I shoot to be in anywhere from 500 to 600.
But the burgers aren't directly on the flame.
Right.
So you have to higher it, compensate.
Right, and that's Fahrenheit, obviously.
Yeah.
But like Matt was pointing out, is I'm doing it on indirect heating, so they're not over the flame. They're
Oh yes. You have the flame on the left, and you have the burgers on the right.
right, and that will make it near impossible to burn them.
Okay.
So,
And you use propane?
yep.
All right.
Well, is there really any other gas you can use for that?
Butane.
Well, that's for light. That's for light use.
Just saying, it's another option.
Jet fuel.
Well, I'm glad y'all came.
You can flip it now.
So we moved. There was a big section of ground
I
available.
can't go from the
Oh,
back.
okay.
Or
How-
about equal size to what we have.
You go as far as you can, and
Which
I'll
is
get
not very
whatever
common.
you.
And
Yeah, that makes sense.
Not flat ground.
Let's
no
test this
rocks.
one and see what it looks like. Yeah,
A
that's
lot
okay.
better
It looks
soil.
not quite as cooked as I would like.
Yeah, I can see right here and here, I believe.
So let's do this.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and let's turn these back on.
Oh, you can hear that fat burning.
Yeah. We're just gonna turn this on just for a little bit because we're gonna get a grease fire any second now.
That would be bad.
No, not bad. Just something that has to be managed.
Ah. There we go.
So here, let me show you a few. We're just gonna do that.
There's a big diversity of sizes of burgers.
Yep.
Oh yeah, you can do them much quicker.
Yep.
Also, I think South Africans do less burger patty barbecuing. They do more like
Steak and chicken
mutton
and stuff.
chops
Yeah.
and steak.
There's a
and burgers.
corner in Zambia. There was a place that I think took orphans or whatever, and then had a pizza place. So they had pizza. They had there. It was good. So every time we gone there, we got pizza.
So yeah.
Oh, nice.
So when I shut this, it's gonna actually start to really go.
Engulf them in flames.
Yep. But I needed to get hot again. So the thing is, it was sitting right around 400, and I needed it to get like another 100 degrees hotter.
Yeah.
So
it just
So we're gonna go ahead and turn these all the way up on the indirect side, but leave these all the way down. But it's still gonna cause a grease fire, more than likely.
yeah.
So I wanna go ahead and Turn that off. And it's still going to cook a little bit. It's got to burn the fat that's there, but...
We were a little bit unlucky with the big variety of burger sizes.
Yeah.
You want to cook the big boys in the back, but not burn the smaller guys.
So actually what I'm going to do is, since this is burning so hot, we're just going to turn these guys off, so there's no fire, and I can safely just move it.
Ah.
So this is how Americans barbecue. You put on a show.
Well, yeah. The stereotypical ones, you have the fires like this tall or whatever. Like big, like, boom, and all that.
Nice.
So, even though it's like on a fire, like if I flip this over, like it's not burnt. You can see. So
Yeah, just
you just have to.
charred, I guess.
Yeah.
And you say that's partially to thank for the olive oil.
Yep. And you know, again, just paying attention and watching it, not letting it go too long. Because even without the olive oil, it doesn't instantly burn. It takes a while. So now that we've moved them, we can turn this one back on. I can't tell if that burner's on. I'm imagining. She had stopped eating red meat when she was like 10. Or so. She started
with it.
but now she loves cheeseburgers now. She just doesn't like pink.
You just stand as a fork through there, like him.
Funny how that works.
I have a different mustard.
Ooh.
Ooh.
You know he
I got an ad in the mail.
All right, go ahead.
Welcome to Sweet Baby Ray's.
What's so special about Sweet Baby Ray's?
It's a barbecue sauce that
Yeah?
tastes good on nearly everything.
Oh, everything. And
So
it
you can put this like on pizza, you can put it on burgers, you can put it on any
Chicken.
any meat.
why do they call
Yeah.
it Sweet Baby Ray's? Who's the baby? Who's Ray?
Well, there's the... Is that based off the baseball player? No.
No.
Well, let's read it. In 1985, my brother, Chef Larry Raymond, perfected the family recipe and entered our sweet and tangy barbecue sauce into the country's largest rib cook-off. He named it after the nickname I got while playing basketball on Chicago's West Side. Sweet Baby Ray.
You think he really wrote that?
I don't know. The sauce is so fine, the taste beat out nearly 700 entries in the rib-off. Within a year, Larry and I, along with our high school friend Mike O'Brien, formed a company around our award-winning sauce and our simple philosophy about barbecue. The sauce is boss.
Sauce is boss.
Sauce is boss.
What they won't tell you is that nearly every single barbecue sauce always say they're award-winning.
Yeah, maybe they all are, just different awards.
Oh.
All right, so now you put the jalapeno cheddar.
Yep.
On the patties. Nice.
Traditional. Okay, just say tradition of excellence. Field, Ohio. Nice.
So this root beer is not really beer, is it?
No.
No.
I know, it just...
It's basically liquid candy.
Some people in South Africa might not know. It's just like cream
Yeah.
soda, but tastes completely different. 100-year-old mustard.
Yeah, just like with cheese.
Does it age well?
I don't know.
Alright. I'm gonna do spicy mayo on the bottom, barbecue on the top.
Spicy mayo.
It's sriracha mayo, it's not really spicy.
Yes. Well, sriracha sauce is not that spicy. I wonder what its number is on that like spicy.
The Scoville scale.
Oh, that's what it is.
I do not know. Not very much though.
I've learned that the scale goes from like 0 to like over 1 million, so I'm like,
Sweet baby race.
there you
I
go.
should go get some paper towels.